Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we just finished taking over this duchy here, and we need to hand this out to the King of Maghreb. But first I want to check, we have something in our domain that we shouldn't. And what is it? It is not in any of these duchies. So what do we have? Let's see. These baronies seem correct. County of Accordat, Massawa, County of Lugo. Oh! Aha! So this is what it is. What is this de jure duchy? This is de jure part of the Duchy of Galicia, which is held by this kid. He is at war, so we cannot usurp it. It's not really our responsibility to usurp it anyway, though. So we will grant this guy the County of Lugo. We will grant this guy the County of Santiago. There we go. And now all of this should go de jure into Maghreb, right? Yeah, this is de jure part of Maghreb, which is interesting. De jure drift being what it is. So we will transfer vassalage of the Lord Mayor of Santiago, and we will transfer vassalage of the Count of Lugo, as well as the Duke of Alger. Okay, and that should put us where we need to be, in theory. Now, how powerful is the King of Maghreb currently? Powerful enough. Powerful enough that he wants to be on our council. That's across the entire city? Or across the entire realm? Or... I don't really care about city vassal opinion, though. Do it. So, this guy wants to be... Oh, he's attacking Crusader Asturias. Over Coruña. Okay, so he's going to deal with that. It's a de jure war up there. That's fantastic. So that is completely fine. And the question now becomes, do we want to fight over here, despite the logistical issues, or do we want to start invading Hispania? I think the Iberian Peninsula is definitely what we want to go for. This is barely de jure Hispania anymore. This is mostly de jure Byzantine. I love it. Okay, de jure drift is a wonderful thing. And by wonderful, I mean kind of awkward. In reality, I maybe should have played this with de jure drift off, but it is what it is. How strong are the Aztecs currently? I mean, they're really, really weak, and it's not, like, my fault. I didn't do anything. Or we did fight the one war against them, didn't we? And that kind of brought them screeching to a halt. Just like the Mongol Empire that way. They both declared offensively on us, so, like, what are we gonna do about that? We're gonna defend ourselves. So we are going to inherit West Francia. That is going to happen probably within the next 30 years or so. This guy will probably end up dying. So that's going to be a thing, assuming he manages to retain his crown between now and then. I would really like it if Maghreb would attack Fez, but that's kind of not our business. So I think we need to... Yeah, he just usurped that. That's great. Go ahead and do that. We can create this duchy, which is not our responsibility. This duchy, which is not our responsibility. We can create the Arabian Empire, and that is something we should do. Bam. Excellent. And the titular title of Maghreb, which is irrelevant. I don't know why it even exists, because the Kingdom of Maghreb exists. It's kind of weird. And I wanted to check on this here. Yeah, this is a titular Maghreb title. Why can we create that? I don't want to. Avernian Civil War for Gavelkind? Hang on. Hang on. Okay, that's not in West Francia. Is that this guy? No. Wait. Bavarian Civil War for Gavelkind. That's internal. That's not at the that's not at the kingdom title. So I guess we don't really care. I guess not. Well, we have 5,000 gold right now. We should probably see if we can upgrade one of our hospitals. Where's this peasant revolt? It's not our problem. This is within... no. This is within the... Oh, this is actually under the purview of a duke. Who should this guy belong to? He reports to us. Oh, he's part of Assyria. He actually can't handle that. You know what? How many vassal levies will we get from Jerusalem? 7,000? I'm going to do that, and then I'm also going to raise the local liege levies from over here and over here. And we'll utilize these forces to put this down. And yeah, they're going to be a little upset about it, but I'm sure they'll get over it. Okay, so we can just go ahead and head over here and see if we can get there in time to take advantage of the desert, and indeed we did. Now, do our other reinforcements get there in time, is the question. Looks like they don't. Which is highly, highly unfortunate. No, we can't spare 25% of the national levy. That'll trigger the Byzantines to attack us. Are they still under truce? They may still be under truce. They're not. Okay. So yeah, we definitely can't afford that. There we go. Delaying action was successful, and we have now put down the peasant revolt. And we'll just get rid of these these liege levies. Vassal levies, what am I talking about? There's an independence faction that just popped up when we put that down. The Queen of Songhai is leading that. The King of Egypt is in there, and he's angry because he's not on the council. He was actually fired from the council. He would make a reasonable steward, I guess? Yeah, we'll replace our mother with him. See, that's the King of Gouge. Where's this guy? Oh, he's not eligible to be on the council. Because he was recently fired. When does that expire? Next year. We'll start swaying him. We'll send him a gift. We will award him an honorary title. He will be the High Almoner. Okay, that brings him up to 38 opinion. If we get him out of this faction doesn't exist. He's the only one who's relevant in that. Yeah, we'll adopt that. Okay, so we can't put this guy back on the council, I believe. We could actually lift excommunication on him. And that might make him happier. Oh, he's not... He doesn't have the same religious head as us? Hang on. What? We're both Miaphysite. Did I read that wrong? Has the same religious head as us. He's Miaphysite. And so are we. This guy should be our religious head. For both of us. I'm confused. His religious head is Bishop of Tabuk. Hang on. What is going on here? Who is the Bishop of Tabuk? That is this guy. He's the Patriarch of Egypt. Ah. I see. So we can't do anything about that then. He has to talk to his own Patriarch about that. Well, as long as our faction doesn't continue to grow, we shouldn't really have an issue with this. Excellent. We'll be able to start swaying that guy anyway. I hope you enjoyed our frugal dinners. He probably didn't. So this is currently at 71.3%. King of Egypt is currently at 48 opinion of us. He likes us quite a lot better than this guy, but we need to get that up a little bit more. Of course, when that recently fired goes away, that'll help. He's also a bit upset because we're a foreigner. We are Ethiopian and he is Bedouin. I mean, not a lot we can do about that. Also, I like how basically everyone is getting hair lips now. Like, we made that the in thing to do. Isn't it wonderful? It's almost like we're the Habsburgs or something. Egyptian African de jure holding war over Elam. Go for it. Weaken each other, please. That'll be fine. By the way, just taking the single duchy put our threat all the way back up at 100%, and it's been decaying again. So, that's exciting. So, de jure kingdoms. Uh-huh. This isn't amazingly helpful. Italy has gotten this as part of de jure Italy. Andalusia is being incorporated into the Byzantine Empire next year. Yeah, so if we wanted this beachhead over here, so we didn't have to straight cross every time, we would have to take the de jure kingdom of Italy, which is a big, big ask. How strong are the Byzantines? 186k compared to our 176k. We're pretty comparable. The problem is, the closer we get to the core of Italy, the stronger the Byzantines get. Like, carving up these outskirts is easy enough. And we're making good progress on that. And I'm content with that progress. But this being de jure Italy complicates things. If we were to declare, what options would we have? And I'm not going to do this right now. I'm just looking at options and seeing what we can do. I mean, We do control this as part of Maghreb. We could, in theory, start going after Asturias, Galicia, Lusitania, Andalusia. And then just take all of the non-Italian portions. And then once we have some kings over here, then we could start pushing into the Italian portions, possibly with other war goals, other than Great Conquest. It's a possibility, but we definitely want to wait on that. Let's take a quick look at the status of the Byzantine vassals. Italy is actually pretty unhappy, as is Sardinia and Corsica. A lot of these despots are. We're sowing dissent, which is exactly what we want. Okay. The other option, of course, is we wait until we inherit West Francia, and then we say the balance of power has fundamentally shifted in Europe. And then we just attack the Byzantines on 3 fronts mercilessly. Europe attacking into Italy, the Middle East attacking up over this direction, and simultaneously, Africa attacking up into Hispania. And our Chancellor got caught spreading lies. That's okay. We'll have this guy spread lies instead. We don't have any shortage of people who are willing to spread lies. So there we go. I think that might end up being the plan, assuming there's no Byzantine revolt between now and then. When a Byzantine revolt breaks out, which I think there is one brewing based on the current strength and disposition of the Byzantine vassals, when that breaks out, we'll have to evaluate whether we want to take advantage of it or wait for West Francia to come into the fold. Because, I mean, oh, hello. This guy's severely injured? And it also kind of looks like he has smallpox? Although maybe those are supposed to be, like, bloodstains. Yeah, it doesn't show up as smallpox, so maybe he's just severely injured. Something just popped in. He's paranoid now. Okay. Well, ultimately, this guy is going to be dying eventually. He may not die of this particular disease, but if he does, it's going to take us probably close to a full episode to get West Francia set up to be integrated into Abyssinia. And then after that, we'll have to take a look at what our next option is. Our wife just became pregnant, and there's a Monophysite uprising. This Monophysite uprising is, it looks like, not our problem. Let's see here. There's about 7k. Transoxania is the one responsible for dealing with that. It's actually taking heavy attrition, though. I think they're okay. Where are they going to? Just right here. It's fine. Okay, we should make sure that we upgrade a hospital. And I'm going to upgrade this one. There we go. And we only have one more hospital to max out. Yeah, that's down to 5.6k. This guy should be capable of taking care of this. He is currently doing a holy war for Khotan. which is why his army is over here. I mean, how many vassal levies would we get in this region? 1441. If we also went over here, 1553. This guy reports to Africa. That would be all the way down there. Not ideal. That's Egypt. Again with the not ideal. I mean, we can get 3,000 troops over here relatively quickly. What about this region? Whole lot of nothing. Okay. This over here, though, 676 troops. I mean, it's better than nothing. So we do something like that. Okay, is there anything else around here? I suppose we could raise our Persian levies. This reports to Yemen, though, and they raise all the way down here. So that's not all that helpful. What about this guy, the King of Gouge? That'll do the trick. Okay, fantastic. I always forget that the King of Gouge is out here. So let's just get these 4 vassal levy armies moved into position, and we'll deal with this. So that this guy can keep pressing the borders for us. Aquitanian Liberation Revolt. That's 14k troops. So this guy is rebelling against the Duke of Munster? Oh, for the liberation of Aquitaine. If we were to surrender to this guy, like if we lost this war, he would take all occupied territory and all titles in the Kingdom of Aquitaine, which is all of this. That is no bueno. We're going to respond to that as well. And we're going to bring our retinues up to deal with that. Okay. And it would look like Austrasia is actually fighting them for us. And the Knights Templar. They lost. But I mean, they bled them a little, I guess. So that's nice. Now over here, we're still waiting on the Gouge army to get up here. I imagine I'm butchering that pronunciation. I do with most pronunciations. They have split up. They want to occupy more territory, is what they want to do. It's a bold choice. We'll see how it plays out for them. I don't think it's going to go very well. Okay, so we have a son now. That son is now our heir. And that gives us an interesting option. Now she's 10, currently, the Princess of Austrasia. And she's still the heir. This guy's 29, his wife is also 29. Which means that odds are starting to get a little bit low that they're going to have additional children. It's still a possibility. But he would not do this because Mamo is sick, primarily. He wants a matrilineal marriage, political concerns, too young. Okay, so what we can do is bribe him. Arrange a betrothal? No. He still wouldn't do this. And I think he would do it if Mamo wasn't sick. So for right now, let's start swaying him. And we'll come back to that. So save Mamo, please. That would be nice. Okay, thanks. Okay, we're just going to come in over this way and attack these guys. As far as this over here goes, we are well on our way. I kind of want to swing over here first at this point. Excellent. Mamo is no longer sickly. Would you accept this betrothal at this point? Not quite. He would prefer matrilineal. Political concerns, too young, base reluctance. So we can still increase opinion a little bit, but it may be too late on the sun front. We may have to target a different inheritance. Okay, so we are going to be ready to attack over here momentarily. And... almost there. Go, go, go. Excellent. We need a new court chaplain. We'll put this guy in. He's both most qualified and he's a loyalist. We'll have him proselytizing. Excellent. Now we appear to have missed over here. We'll get turned around and attack these guys. We just inherited West Francia. He just died of an infected wound. Fantastic. This fundamentally changes the balance of things. Now, we're going to have to organize this and create a bunch of titles. And I think that is a job for next episode. You can leave your offerings... What is going on over here? Apparently we inherited some war participation over here. Anyway, you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time when we organize West Francia.